They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Temple lining up to punt it away. On the move, it's Everett. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll crank up this drive with the pass, using the quick game. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Off play action. Pulls it in. It's Willihan. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Guys, it's Temple with the lead here at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He wants to throw it again. He's got his man running with power. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. And he will take it in. Touchdown, North Texas. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Not taking a knee, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They try to get it outside on the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Pulls it in. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man in the middle.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. Makes a grab enough for the first. North Texas really has it going on offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Come on, defense. You got to do a better job tackling in the middle of the field. You've got the lead. You know they're going to try to get out of bounds and save clock. You've just got to tackle that guy. Someone's got to be able to bring him down, but they couldn't get it done.
Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Miami is just wearing one right now. That defense looks like me when I go to South Beach. Out of shape and badly burned. Hey, who's writing this stuff? They're trailing by 31 to Virginia Tech. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give as they work on that clock. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. It'll be a draw. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball in the air, intercepted. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Trying to get the corner. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas.
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, that's your decision.
This is supposed to be the easiest play in football, except when there's this much pressure. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They'll run the toss. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. 2nd down coming up. They'll go to the toss. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the 4th quarter. Line gets set, 1st down. To the ground with the back. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Completes it in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Quarterback keeps it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Snags it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The defense has made it tough, but they'll try to plow their way in here on 3rd and goal in overtime. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Owls! And they grab the lead here in overtime.
and I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They're going to throw it again. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. 3rd and goal, and they have to find a way to get a touchdown. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. 4th and goal, and this is the ball game. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. We play on 1st down here in the 2nd overtime period. Takes the handoff. It's Everett. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. North Texas doing business from the red zone. Right back to the well. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it! Touchdown, North Texas! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now in the 2nd overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. Snaps it in the shotgun. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime.
Two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. North Texas, 37.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got the back over the middle.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Huge 3rd down to keep the drive alive. They need a touchdown on this possession. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. 1st and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. From the gun. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. Defense gets a stop. It's over. 4th and goal. He's looking to pass. They're trying to get to him. That'll do it. The sack ends it as the defense puts the final nail in the coffin. It always comes down to a few...